Hello, callers. Welcome back to Viva Barca and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to discuss on the latest as usual. We start with João Felix. As Atletico Madrid outcast, João Felix is pushing to complete Barca move as soon as possible. We are going to discuss on that as we move ahead. Secondly, talking about Clement Lenglet, as this latest report from Barca-based journalist Gerard Romero, claiming that the Barca defender's agent will meet club officials today to discuss his future. We are also going to be discussing about that. So as we get right into it in much detail, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. Every passing hour is imbued with an air of intrigue and uncertainty as the countdown to the transfer window's closure draws closer and closer. As speculation runs rampant, Barcelona continues to be one of the hot topics on the market. After losing out on Neymar as the Brazilian signed for Al Hilal, links between Barca and João Felix continue to intensify. As previously reported, um, the failure to sign Neymar has opened up the door for the potential signing of João Felix. Now, according to Sport, Felix is desperate for Barca to succeed with the signing and get him to dress as a Blaugrana by the end of this summer transfer window. The Portuguese international is adamant that if he leaves Atletico, he will only sign with Barca, and he is prepared to take a chance up until the final day of the market if required. The player's environment sent his message to the club's hierarchies after he had already publicly declared interest in joining Barcelona. However, for Xavi, Felix is not the priority at the moment, and he places emphasis on the signing of an attacking midfielder and a right back before shifting his focus towards the Portuguese international. Felix's relationship with Diego Simeone has reached a point of no return, and there were uncomfortable moments that the player faced in Atletico Madrid's league opener against Granada yesterday night. When the forward walked outside to warm up, the supporters booed him viciously and made it clear they no longer wanted him to represent the Atleti badge. Felix has been up for sale by the club for months now, but he is blocking most offers since he is fixated on playing for Barcelona. Barca are in a constant contact with the player's agent, Jorge Mendes, who maintains excellent terms with Laporta. But with more urgent matters to deal with in the market and departures needed up front, this transfer saga is likely going on to the wire. Of course, João Felix's saga is now hotly, in fact, it's now greatly coming up to take over the Neymar saga. And of course, which hopefully shouldn't be the one that we keep talking and talking, and at the end of the day, we lose it, like how I've been doing with Messi saga, with Neymar saga. João Felix really loves Barca. He has made it clear publicly. Yes, he's not hiding his mind. And I mean, Atletico Madrid fans are just frustrated. Diego Simeone is frustrated, and there's no turning back. At this point, there is no turning back. And I think Barcelona should try and capitalize on that since they failed to go for Neymar. And I think rather than being without any, because to be honest, I really want him to come because he can score goals. But apart from Lewandowski that we have, the source of our goal scoring will be very slow, will be very low because Rafinha does not score much, Ferran does not score much. Abde, those are just players that don't score much. And we can't start talking about Lamine Yamal now, he's too young. So I think if Xavi really wants to have a successful season or even try to get something, we need to score goals. We need to. We need to do that. And I think if Neymar, who has that goal scoring instincts, failed to come, which was so unfortunate, then why should Xavi still be resisting a João Felix move? I think he should. But they are saying that he wants to first prioritize a right back. Yes, we'll be talking about players like João Cancelo, whose move looks like it's going to happen. Then Javi still wants an attacking midfielder first before going for players like João Felix, if the financial fair play permits. And how on earth would Javi do that? What are we what are we needing an attacking midfielder to do? What? Why is he still talking about an attacking midfielder when we have Pedri, we have Gavi, we have Candice, we have Ilkay Gundogan in the squad? For me, it's just baseless. We need somebody up front like, João Felix, who can do the job to score and help Lewandowski up front. But it seems as though Javi is thinking like, I don't know, he's thinking far. Honestly, it's not something good for me. I don't think I don't think an attacking midfielder is something very urgent. We don't. I don't think it's very urgent. What is Javi adding all the midfielders in the world to do? Because if he brings another attacking midfielder, it means we have three midfielders. I mean, three new midfielders in the squad. Only for one summer, we signed three new midfielders. One, like, what sense does that make? It makes no sense for me. It makes no sense. So let me we'll just fold our arms and see where the club is heading to, because some decisions have been made by Xavi that it still baffles me. Then on to the final story of discussion. Earlier this week, reports suggested that Barca outcast Clement Lenglet is inching closer to a transfer to Saudi Arabian club Al Nassr. The Frenchman does not have a place in Xavi's plans at Barca and has been linked with an exit all summer since returning from his loan stint at Tottenham. You know, a permanent move back to London was under consideration, but the two clubs were unable to reach an agreement over a transfer fee. As such, a move to Saudi Arabia became a viable option, with Al Nassr reportedly open to meeting Barca's financial demands while handling Lenglet a lucrative contract. A meeting between the two clubs is expected to take place as soon as possible to discuss the transfer. However, Gerard Romero is now reporting that Lenglet does not want to leave Europe to Saudi Arabia, and his agent will be meeting with Barca to discuss the situation later today. Lenglet's wages are a big concern for Barca, and they are eager to get him off the books at the earliest possible. But a permanent transfer is proving difficult owing to his wages and the club's transfer fee demands. There have been teams such as AC Milan, Juventus looking to sign him up, but they are only looking at loan operations, which does not convince Barca. That is why they were hoping to convince him to move to Al Nassr. But Lenglet still prefers to continue in Europe rather than leave for the Middle East. The Frenchman's departure could help Barca register more players, especially with João Cancelo closing in on a loan move from Manchester City. So it remains to be seen what path the story or the transfer story takes if Lenglet agrees to leave for Saudi Arabia. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.